Hey, what's going on, guys? Luffy Murdoch here, and here today to do episode 5 of Beastars. Let's get into it. So, pretty much continue on from last week, and last week we naturally had Legios and Bill, that's his name, Legios and Bill having a encounter on stage, but everyone thought it was a part of the performance, and that's the way it is. And yeah, they ended up on the news. They also Louis, what the hell? Louis and Bill were on the front cover, and during this stage we get to see like all around the place. No, I can't. Yeah, we get to see meet Legos's friend, who's a dog, and he seems like a cheery, happy fellow, like a dog usually is. Pretty adorable, Tonsia. And yeah, he started talking about with him like what happened and stuff. Like he doesn't at first he doesn't like say to him like, oh, I know it was for real and stuff, and like just pretends that that it was a part of the act, if you know what I mean. But beforehand, the in the beginning part, the dog is actually in walking past people and just talking and just hearing people talk about what happened in the events of yesterday. And it appears that the dog's really close friends with him, and well, one of his only Vegas close friends. I don't know if Vegas really has a lot of friends. Honestly, it seems Spice just seems lonely and that sort of thing. He does seem like to have friends and have good friends and that. And yeah, and then it basically goes to a scene going from the day previously where Lewis is talking to Legos and Bill, and he says to Legos and Bill like, I don't want you have to be suspended, but or you're suspended from the club, like I don't know, for like a bit or like a while. And uh, then the paparazzi came in from behind and started asking questions. So Lewis had to change up his plan and say to him that yesterday actually went to plan and everything went well. And yeah, so they then have to face the paparazzi that yeah, everything was normal. And then the dog does confront him, and he says like, oh, I know it was fake, what was that? So he pretty much says like he's been like a bit miserable lately, but he wished he could go back to the way things were used to be, where he'd be depressed, get himself back up, and so on and so forth. But a certain event has occurred recently that made him change his sorry, change his ways and change the way he thinks, and yeah. Then the dog like proposes that maybe he's fallen in love. Legolas doesn't really like respond, turns around, and then they start chasing him. It's like, really, after 17 years of not having a crush, you have finally awakened. Then we get to a very interesting part. Um, Pretty much, what's it? We find out Haru, that's her name, the rabbit's name, and Lewis have a thing going on, and it seems like they're very like a tad bit intimate. They are intimate, but I mean, like, do they actually like one another? I guess so. So yeah, I was like, oh, that's a bit awkward. When you look at everything, I was like, oh my god, it's very sad for Legos. This is only going to result in like drama and that sort of thing, isn't it? Unfortunately. So yeah, well, not bad for us, but I guess bad for the shuttle Legos stuff. But yes, then we go back to a scene where Legos is walking with his friends, and he smells something, which is Huru, if I'm pronouncing that correct. And he goes into a building where Huru is, because obviously he has a really great sense of smell because he's a wolf, and Hiro, we see Hiro, she's looking after some plants and appears to be dying. She picks him up, but then gets tripped over in the hall, and she gets bullied, and then she sees her bullies, and she gets tripped up, trips over, and drops drops the glass full of the plants. Um, and then the girl picks her up and says, "Have you been eyeing up my boyfriend, or been given a reason why my boyfriend should be staring at you and that sort of thing?" And she's like, "No." And she pretty much like says stuff back and stands up for herself, which is really nice to see. Because last time around, she didn't really step up for herself. I mean, certainly sat there and really took it. It's adorable. And so yeah, she takes it, but then the girls look behind while she's standing up to him, and yeah, the girls just like walking slowly behind. Huru doesn't really recognize it, and yeah, they get scared, and Huru thinks there's her fellow rabbit friends are scared of her, when in actual fact it's Legos from behind. And then when Huru sees him from behind, he she goes, "Oh, you're the guy from the last time," and yeah, she's like, and Legos like, oh my god, how do I ask for a name? What am I doing here? What am I doing here? I regret everything, and that sort of thing. And yeah, he just stares at her for like the longest time, until he picks up a flower and gives it to her. But he rejects her because she rejects him at first because she thinks that, or from what she remember, he doesn't like have like, I don't know, side sounds encounters with people that she's quote unquote slept with, but she forgets she didn't actually stick it. We didn't actually accept her, and when she tries to walk away, he slams the wall and just asks if, or they pretty much go on go and eat afterwards. But she does remember like he doesn't like he didn't do anything. So yeah, then she says, "Oh, I'm all hungry from all the yelling I did, so let's go get something to eat." So that's what they do. And well, before we get to see them like sitting together and chatting, they we get to see other people like just mock them, like who's daring who, because they bully, or pretty much they bully everyone bullies the rabbit Haru, and everyone thinks Legos a bit of a weirdo loser type of character, despite he has friends type of person. So yeah, she's like, "Very thank you for giving me your." She's standing on his backpack as his seat extension, so she can chill out on there while she's talking to him. And yeah, he just pretty much like goes into his mind and says, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I regret everything, why did I do this type of thing." And he's pretty much like scared of it, scared of like just asking simply for a name. And then we get this like image of him like running on the treadmill. This is pretty cool. I actually have the manga right next to me, and and it actually looks like pretty much like on the back of it has all like a miniature version of all the characters, and yeah, it's like just looks identical to that really, and it's like a really cool, colourful background. And yeah, and then we get to we basically get to the scene where like it seems like they're in between each other, like a gap closing in. Pretty much like he can't ask for a name and that stuff, and he's too shy to. And the reason why she feels like a distance is every time Legos opens his mouth, she sees his fangs, and her natural reflex is to like just twitch her leg, like she wants to run away. And it's a really funny scene. A lot of funny scenes this episode. Yeah, the mangaka, who is the mangaka of or the daughter of Baki the Grappler, by the way, if you didn't know, if you haven't heard, but she and she does make like really good funny scenes, and she's like really good at I don't know, really like making characters individuals and stand out in their own lights, and yeah, obviously a good thing. And yeah, then they decide to walk home, and I think she dropped something like a castic, like she can't do one of her shoes, so then Legolas basically goes down and helps her out, and yeah, they catch ice, look at each other, they love each other. Well, I think it's more Legios's thing. He's looking at her like deeply, like deep into her eyes, and she's looking back. I think it's just like a flat thing, and yeah, very nice like love music plays in the background. So yeah. Anyway, guys, yeah, very good. It's a very good episode. Oh god, it's a very complicated to explain kind of because it's very much text and it's all drama, so you have to like talk about it way more often. I think my majority of my Beastar videos have been like 10 minutes long, which would be nice if I actually was monetized, but obviously I'm not. I'm just doing this for the giggles basically. So yeah, I'm very interested to see what happens with in between like Legios and Lewis and Huru, and what happens in this love triangle. Does Huru love Lewis or Lewis or vice versa? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Remember to watch Beastars every week, and yeah, subscribe and check out my reviews every week. I had this week. This was a bit late. I do apologise. I haven't really got an excuse. I know nobody really cares, but yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Love you all. See you next time. Peace.